Hi guys. I feel like I wear this hat a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this hat. So it's been a while since I posted a video, and that's because first I was in England, and then I got back, then I was super jet lagged, and then I was gonna do it during the week, but then I got sick, and so if you can hear my voice, I'm still kind of sick, so yeah, that's been fun. Anyway, while I was in England, I bought like a ton of candy for the sole purpose of doing an I Try British Candy video. You should have seen the woman in the shop when I bought all of this. And then you should have seen my friends when they saw the massive amount of candy I had. And then you should have seen the look on my face when they asked me why I had so much candy, and I didn't want to tell them that it was because I have a YouTube channel. Alright, so I was kind of thinking about, just because it's kind of like a British video, that I might do a British accent for all of it. And I'm so sorry to every British person who is about to unsubscribe from me. This is not gonna go well. Alright, so first thing that I've got here is I've got an Aero bar. I don't really know what it is. It looks like it's a chocolate bar that's got air bubbles in it. And it seems to have mint, so I don't know how this is gonna go. So this is what it looks like. So I guess I'll just try one of these bubble things and see how it is. It does have bubbles in it. That's what it looks like. Just, I don't know. Why would anyone eat this? It's like a normal chocolate bar that just has holes in it. So next we've got Maltesers. These look like Whoppers in America. I don't know how they're any different. I've heard people say that these are better than Whoppers, but I've heard people say that Whoppers are better than Maltesers, so I guess we'll see. And they look literally just like a Whopper. Less powdery than a Whopper, but not bad. My friend was obsessed with these bars when we were in England. She bought like 6 of them. She gave some to a friend who had a birthday as a present. She was utterly obsessed with them, so I had to try it. That's what it looks like. It looks kind of weird. Kind of flaky. Another thing I found while I was in England was that while you have lots of different sweets than we do, you also have a lot of the same ones, but they come in different flavors than we have here. You have different flavor Skittles. You've got like at least 3 different ones, and so I got like 2. And this one is Skittles Desserts. So I guess I'm going to try one of each and see how they taste. I have a pale orange one. Tastes like an orange creamsicle. Pink. Tastes like a normal strawberry. Okay, this one's red. Tastes like something, but I can't place it. What is that? Raspberry. Blue. So this can only be like blueberry or blue raspberry. It's definitely blueberry, but I don't like it that much. And the last one we've got is green. Key lime pie. These are called fruit pastels. I don't really know what they are. They kind of look like sour gummy sweets on the outside. I'm not really into hard candy, so we'll see how this goes. I don't know how I feel about these. Kind of chewy, and they're not sour, they're just coated in sugar. Here's some about my trip, like while I'm here. We went like all around London, and we went to Hampton Court and Windsor and all those places that you kind of have to go when you're in England. And it was really fun, and so I have a few stories that I could share with you. So I guess I'll start with the one where it was the first day we got to England, and so we had to go out of our hotel to get lunch in like groups of 6. So I was in this group, and we're going up and down Oxford Street because that's the only street we're allowed to be on. And we can't find anywhere. So eventually we make our way to a McDonald's where we end up eating on the floor in a circle with our band director, the band booster president, and all of these other chaperones, and it's just us 6 awkward kids eating McDonald's on the floor. So we leave the McDonald's and we go out and we're walking back, and one of the boys in my group wants to stop at one of those little tourist trap stands where they sell like those hoodies and those jackets and everything. So we stopped at the stand so he could get something, and the man at the stand begins asking questions, and he's like, where are you from, and all that. And so we told him we were from America, and he like told one of the boys that he loved his accent and started pinching his cheeks, and the one boy goes to buy the hat that he wanted. He never ends up with a hat, by the way, but 4 of us end up with a sweatshirt as he like just charms us all into getting sweatshirts. So it was just a funny little thing that happened that day, and we were all like, I don't know how this happened. Another thing we found in England that we never find at home is we found lots of drunk men, which it's probably because we're just really sheltered and we stay at home and we're not in the city all that much. But we had at least 3 separate instances with drunk men at night in London. So one of the instances was when we were walking at night from like this seminar we had to go to, and we passed by a bar, and this guy right outside the bar starts yelling at like just girls, trying to pick them up in our group. And all the chaperones were just like, stay away from the man, stay away from the man. It was kind of hilarious. Another instance was when we were getting on our bus to go to the parade, and this drunk guy just gets on our bus. It's a private bus. And he just gets on the bus and sits next to my friend. And he's so out of it that, like, no one can talk to him. And he eventually gets up and moves to another seat. And our tour guide comes up to him and is like, sir, this is a bus for students. And he tries to convince her that he is a student. And our tour guide says, no, you're drunk. There's a difference. And he won't get off the bus. So we had to get security to come on and haul him off the bus. Now, the most terrifying incident with a drunk guy was after we went to the Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park, and we were all waiting by Marble Arch to meet up with our group, and suddenly this drunk guy comes, and he sits next to one of the girls in the band and puts his arm around her. He then, for some reason, gets up and announces to the whole square that he knows the ladies, but they don't think he does, and he falls down the stairs. Our chaperones are very worried by this, so they make us all get up and stand together so that we're all protected from this drunk man. And he starts yelling and telling us that he's been a bad man and all of this crazy stuff, and our chaperone goes up to him and is like, sir, you need to leave. And the man tries to call for the police by being like, oh, police, police, and all that ridiculous stuff. And our chaperone is like, no, you need to leave. And the man comes at him saying, oi, 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 over and over and over again, and trying to fight him. Alright, now I'm going to try a toffee crisp. I don't really know how I feel about this one. Kind of bland. Okay, we're going to try crunchy. What is a golden honeycomb center? It's actually really good. Just look. It's kind of weird looking, and I don't really know how to describe the flavor. It's kind of like... it's a crunchy thing that's been soaked in honey. I bought Hershey's Pigs. I'd had one before when my friend gave me one, but I don't really remember how they were. Like I said, I'm not really into gummies and hard sweets, but it's not bad. Got a lion bar, because I thought that lions are cool, so probably the chocolate would be cool too. crispy rice on the outside, covered in chocolate. It's got like caramel and more crispy rice on top. And then something on the inside that I don't really know what it is, but it tastes really good. While we were in England, we also went on the London Eye, which was really fun, and it was just kind of a cool experience to see the entirety of London and everything. But while we were in line, these 4 women cut in between this giant 115-person tour group, us, and so they thought no one would notice that we were all together, and they thought no one would notice if they just snuck in. Well, so we go all the way through the line, and we're all too polite to say anything to these women about the fact that they're in the middle of our group. And so we get there, and the man stops them because they don't have tickets, and because they cut in the middle of our group. And they're arguing with this man, because they're like, oh no, we didn't cut. Well, these 2 men, who are on the other side, and not even a part of our group, start going, you realize they're all one giant group, right? You thought that they wouldn't notice you cutting, but they did. And so these women are fighting with this man, and and the man's like, well, you can either leave now, or you can't get on the ride at all. So they got thrown out of line. And as we're walking past, we see them going to another man to complain about the situation. And then the 2 men who had helped us were like, oh no, don't worry about it. Those people never get their justice. So, thank you, strange men from the London Eye. So when I saw this, I knew I had to buy it. And if you've watched my Q&A video, you know that I was absolutely obsessed with the Chronicles of Narnia as a child. And so I really had to know, is this good enough to sell your family to the Queen for? Gummy on the inside. I mean, it's good. But does it really sell your family to the Queen good? Or Milky Way? You don't have regular ones, but you have French vanilla. Ooh, it's fluffy and white. It looks like marshmallow fluff. I did not think I was going to like that at all, but it was really good. Oh, we went to Harrods the last day we were in London. We were basically just given like a free pass to go around London in like groups of 6 to 10. So I went with like a group similar to the group I went on the first day. And we went around, we went to a chocolate shop, and we went to Nando's for lunch, which is actually really good chicken. And then we went to Harrods. So to get to Harrods from where we were, we had to get on all of the different trains, and we had to transfer like 3 times, but I don't really mind the tube. I actually think that having a tube-like system where I live would be really helpful. But we transferred and we got there and we walk in and it's like we were just assaulted by perfume. And then we went into the like luxury accessory rooms trying to find our way around, and there were like 5 of them with handbags that cost like more than literally everything we all had together. So we found our way to the Egyptian escalator, and we were intrigued by the idea that Harrods the store had a gift shop. So we all went up to the gift shop, and we were looking around, and it was completely unnecessary, but I felt the need to buy this. Like, I didn't need it at all, but it was just so fluffy and adorable, and I wanted it. So I don't know why, but I got this. He needs a name. If you've got an idea for a name from my unnecessary Harrods dog purchase, leave a comment below. Anyway, before that, we had found our way to the men's shoe department, and we found this little room that had a bunch of shoes and some chairs. So we sat down, and one of the boys picked up a shoe that was like snakeskin leather and probably cost more than everything I have in this room, and was just holding it as we're sitting there. And this man walks in to the room and is like, "Are you trying on things?" He must clearly know that we're not trying on things, as we're a bunch of American teenagers who don't have the funds to buy anything in that shop. And we're like, no. So he kicks us out. The parade was actually more fun than I thought it was going to be. We did a thing with another band where we played them a song and then they played us a song. And then they took the song that we had played for them and they had their own version of it. And we got absolutely slayed. But it was amazing. So yeah, I think that's all the candy I've got. But just the trip to London was really fun. I would love to go back someday. I mean, the entire city was awesome. The people who weren't in cars were very nice. The people who were in cars, I'm sure, are very nice. But I nearly got killed by a taxi, so I'm a little biased, but yeah. Had a lot of fun going to like the Tower of London and all those other places. Saw pretty much everything you could want to see in England. Had a lot of fun with all my friends. And so, yeah, that was basically me trying to fit 2 videos into one, I guess. I don't really think I succeeded, but I'll see you guys next week. Bye!